Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Taranja with the Citizenship Academy. We are on Domain 5, Lesson 12, Reading and Writing Informational Text and Making Inferences. Our objectives for today's lesson are to describe the relationship between the artists of Northern Europe and the Renaissance movement in Italy, and we're also going to draft an informational piece about a person from the Renaissance. Some key vocabulary for today. Keen is strong and observant. Plunge, to fall or jump suddenly from a high place. Foreground, the part of a picture that appears closest to the viewer. Renowned is famous, known and admired by many people. Controversial, related to or causing much discussion, disagreement, or argument. Promote is to publicize and support, and denounce is to publicly state that something or someone is bad or wrong. Okay, you're going to go ahead and independently read the text. Feel free to pause at any time. Our word work for today is promote. The leaders of the English Reformation asked Hans Holbein to create art that promoted the king as the new head of the church and the new religious movement. Promote means publicize and support, and that is a verb. So today we're going to be drafting our biography that you're going to refer to the charts that you've made in the previous lessons. You should have at least 2 charts right now, one from the reader source and then one from a separate document that you've located. Hello, 5th grade. It is Mrs. Taranja with the Citizenship Academy. We're on Domain 5, Lesson 12, Reading and Writing Informational Text and Making Inferences. Our objectives for today's lesson are to describe the relationship between the artists of Northern Europe and the Renaissance movement in Italy, and we're also going to draft an informational piece about a person from the Renaissance. Some key vocabulary today. Keen is strong and observant. Plunge, to fall or jump suddenly from a high place. Foreground, the part of a picture that appears closest to the viewer. Renowned, famous, known, and admired by many people. Controversial is related to or causing much discussion, disagreement, or argument. Promote is to publicize and support, and denounce is to publicly state that something or someone is bad or wrong. Okay, you're going to go ahead and independently read the text for today. Feel free to pause the video at any time. Okay, our word work for today is promote. The leaders of the English Reformation asked Hans Holbein to create art that promoted the king as the new head of the church and the new religious movement. Promote means to publicize and support, and that is a verb. So now what we're going to be doing is drafting our biography. So you should already have 2 note pages already completed from lesson 8 and 10. They should have been using the resource of the reader and also using a source that you've located. This is an example of what mine would typically look like. Now, of course, I only have 1 of these charts made, but feel free, if you created 2, that's totally okay as well. So this has all of my information that I pulled for his early years for Raphael, all of his accomplishments, and also the things that made him great. I've also used my sources that I've located. So this was the title, the date it was published, and then where did I get it from. This is my second source, the date, and the document. So what should my topic be for this? Well, my topic of this is Raphael's life. And then the title could be The Life of Raphael or just Raphael. Remember, the title is just a brief thing that shows what that your biography is going to be about. This is an example of what my biography will look like if I was drafting it. So let me go ahead and read it and show you. So notice first that I have these items bolded. These are my headings. I already have them made. So all I'm doing is just making them stand out. So I put them bold and separated from the paragraphs that shows the different sections. Most 11-year-olds today are busy playing with friends and going to school. Not Raphael. He had to grow up fast. Raphael was born Raffaello Sanzio in 1483 CE. He lost his parents when he was a child. By the time he was 11 years old, he was working as an apprentice in an art studio. In 1504, Raphael moved to Florence. He then began to study the techniques of Michelangelo and Leonardo. Now, also notice that when I was doing my note taking, I used fragments, I used pieces, but when I'm creating my biography, I'm not copying this exactly as it's written. I'm making it into full sentences. Also notice how the first sentence kind of grabbed your attention. I didn't jump in telling all these things about him. I kind of did something to hook you. That's what we're talking about when we say hook, something that's going to stand out. Projects and accomplishments. Raphael is well known for the painting The School of Athens. The painting is located in the Vatican in Rome and was commissioned by Pope Julius II. The painting was meant to reflect admiration for the ancient Greeks. Raphael also worked in Duke of Urbino's court. In addition, he was friends with and painted a portrait of Castiglione. What made him great? Raphael created multiple paintings of the Madonna and the Holy Family for patrons in Florence. He had a masterful representation of natural human form. Raphael had a masterful application of perspective. This is my completed biography. Notice how, again, I took my fragments that I used for my notes and put them into complete sentences, and I also included my hook. I also included the headings that were already provided for me, and I put a title. So make sure that this is similar to what your biography should look like. So your assessment is to draft your biography, and we will see everyone next time.